Montana, 2,000 miles from Washington, D.C. Trump's presidency may be in crisis, but people here view things differently.
I actually am very, very happy with the president's performance.
He's trying to do everything he campaigned for.
Montana voted for him overwhelmingly.
Donald Trump is more popular than the polls are showing.
What would you grade him out of 10?
What would you rate him? 10.
A+.
This is Trump country, rural, white, conservative. So it's no surprise that in a special congressional election, both candidates are showing TV ads like this. Rob Quist, the Democrat, a famous musician and poet. Greg Gianforte, the Republican, a millionaire tech entrepreneur. This campaign, Gianforte is associating himself with the president's son.
Thank you. Are we going to send someone to Washington, D.C. that's going to be your voice and work with President Trump?
But during his failed bid to be Montana's governor last November, Gianforte was openly mocking the Republican frontrunner.
We're going to go back there and help drain the swamp.
I wanted to know what's changed.
Hello, Greg. Paul Lewis from the Guardian newspaper. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm here to talk to the folks.
Sure, just a really quick...
Hey, Greg. Good to see you.
With Gianforte not wanting to talk to me, I tried Donald Trump Jr.
Donald, hi. No interviews at all.
Thank you for the sacrifice you and your family made.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
I was just going to ask...
The candidates are divided over what to do with this place, the Upper Missouri River Breaks.
In Montana, wildlife and public land is a front-page political topic.
Ron Moody has been hunting here for decades.
Mule deer. Another one up there.
How many mule deer have you got in your years?
Gosh, been hunting them for 28 years and I've probably killed 25 maybe.
17 years ago, Ron helped persuade the White House to declare this wilderness a national monument. Now Donald Trump has put that decision under review.
How would you feel if, the hundreds of acres around us was sold off into private lands?
I would be completely diminished as an American citizen. The Great American Commons is what is unique and special about the United States of America.
If you care about this land around here, does the forthcoming congressional race matter very much?
In my view, Gianforte, no matter what he says before Election Day, he's going to vote with the oligarchs. There's no choice but to vote for Rob Quist.
Downriver, a different opinion. This is also cattle country, and ranchers like Matt Knox feel there's too much federal regulation.
The Democrat in the race is saying that he's opposed to this review and he wants to keep this place a specially protected area.
One of the things we worry about the most is with any designation, it attracts lawsuits by environmental groups. So obviously my choice would be Greg Gianforte.
What do you think of Rob Quist? I'm told he's portraying himself as a bit of a cowboy.
If someone's kind of setting themselves up to be the same as us, we don't like it. So.
He certainly looks a bit like you. I mean, he's got the same hat, he's got a moustache.
Yeah.
When you watch those TV ads, it feels a bit like it's become a battle over who's the most authentically Montanan, right?
Well,
but why does that really matter? I mean, surely it should be about policy, shouldn't it?
it is about policy, and but the thing is that I'm not trying to prove my authenticity. I don't have to do that. This I've been writing about Montana through my music and my poetry all my life. So I have nothing to prove.
Well, what do you think will happen if the review goes forward and they decide to rescind the designation of a monument? What could happen to that part of Montana?
Well, it could be any number of things. There could be gas and oil exploration, and so make it into private ranches for the super rich. And so that's the thing that we have to resist. You know, these lands belong to everybody in America.
Your opponent claims that he's for public lands as well.
Well, but the thing is that you can say you know that you are, but to me, you know, your actions speak much louder than words. And even more than that, it's who you affiliate yourself with. That speaks volumes to me.
I still wanted to talk to Gianforte. My next chance to ask him some questions was a campaign event 150 miles away. Outside, a reminder of quite how popular Trump remains here.
This lady's 87. She's my mom. She has always been Democrat up until now.
What was it about Donald Trump that made you think, I'm going to vote Republican for the first time in my life?
I wasn't thinking I'm going to vote Republican. I'm going to vote for that man that's standing up there saying what I want to hear.
Do you think he's the real deal? He's a kind of regular person?
I absolutely do.
Because lots of people might from afar look at Donald Trump and think he's anything but a normal person.
That's because they don't know what they're talking about.
What do you think of Rob Quist?
I just wish we'd have a hailstorm that would take him right down to the ground so he had to crawl out of the picture.
He's got a strong view, man.
Well, he gets up there and does that stupid thing where he shoots at a target. That is the dumbest commercial I've ever seen.
Gianforte did exactly the same thing. He shot a computer screen.
That is totally different.
How's that different?
Because this...
It's not different, is it?
Quist is too.
You only think it's different because of the person who's firing the gun.
Yeah, that's true.
Voters like this may explain why Gianforte has gone from distancing himself from Trump to embracing him.
Please make your voice heard so that we can, together, make America great again. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Gianforte. Paul Lewis from The Guardian.
Yeah.
A couple of very quick questions.
We're here to visit with our folks here.
Sure, no, just go. You stand for Congress, you get questions from journalists. You know how it goes.
I do. And we'll do this next week. That's what the guy told you. We'll sit down next week. We'll have an interview.
We're not here for next week.
That's great.
I was starting to feel that maybe I wasn't welcome here.
You don't look British, I'm sorry.
What do I look like?
Huh?
What do I look like?
I don't know. What do you look like?
Is it going to go anywhere, or just the fact that I don't look British?
No, I just... Is it going to go anywhere with you?
Hey, Shane. Sure.
All right, are you recording this?
After all of that, it turned out that Gianforte would talk to me.
What's your name again?
Paul from The Guardian.
Hi, Paul. Nice to meet you.
One of the big issues at the moment, of course, is the White House's review of monuments. And as you know, Quist is against this. He thinks it's opening up to privatisation. You're for the review. Why is that?
Well, I think that one of the problems with the way these monuments were established was it did not include local input. There are certainly monuments we should have, and others have been designated without local input. And I just don't think Montanans want bureaucrats in Washington telling us how to live our lives.
Thanks, Paul.
Just one last thing about the national question, just about Mr. Trump, very, very quickly. Just because I know that you're here with Donald Trump Jr., and it's a very quick question about Mr. Trump, because I know that before you were distancing yourself from Donald Trump a few months ago, and now you're on the Trump train, and I just wonder what's changed.
Well, nothing's changed. When I was running for governor, that was a state race. Mm-hmm. Now I'm running for a federal position, and I've always said that I was going to vote for Donald Trump. And now I'm in a position where I need to work with him. So thank you very much.
You said reluctantly, I think.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Short and sharp.
Before I left Montana, a visit to Ron Moody's house.
How's it going?
You did it. You found me.
Took a while.
That's the big orange sheep. I took him on the north side of the Missouri River, and it was a one-shot, instant kill.
There was something else that Ron wanted to show me.
This shows that there was massive public input for a year prior to the monument designation.
So when Donald Trump and Gianforte say there was no public input, what do you tell them?
Where were you in 2000? Because we were having public debate here about that monument all year long.
A lot of the Montanans I've met are pretty happy with how Donald Trump is performing in the White House so far.
This is white man's country. The politics is tribal. It's not party, it's tribal. And the dominant tribal politics of this area is white American. And
so it sounds like, if that's true, whatever he does in the White House, he can fail with his Muslim ban, he can fail with his health care, he can get rid of the FBI director, and people here are still going to support him.
Oh, I think so. Up until he does something that really screws them big time. You have to remember, by the way, it's only 114 days. Give it a little time yet. This pot's still cooking. It's barely just begun to boil.